So let's just see how we can solve all of these questions quickly using the math tricks. So first question is, what is the sum of all the natural numbers from 1 to 120? So that means we have the series 1, 2, 3 up to 120. Now to sum all of these numbers, if we use the calculator, it will take a lot of time, which is not a good idea in case of competitive exam. So we need to use some tricks to find the sum of all of these numbers. So either we can use the traditional formula to find the sum of n natural numbers. N is the last value in the series, or we can use the shortcut trick. So we have to sum the last and the first value. So 120 plus 1 by 2. Then we have to multiply this with the count of numbers. So here we have total 120 values. So 121 times 60. So the answer will be 7260. So this will be our answer. So here we have similar question, sum of natural numbers from 1 to 80. So here we have the series 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to 80. So here also we're going to follow the same process. So we're going to add the last and the first value. So 80 plus 1 by 2, and we have to multiply this with the number of values in the series. So here we have total 80 values. So if we simplify this, so 81 times 40, so the answer will be 3240. So this will be our answer. So next, what is the sum of all the even numbers from 1 to 80? So that means we have the series 2, 4, 6, 8 up to 80. So we have to find the sum of these numbers. So again we're going to follow the same process. So last plus first, so 80 plus 2 by 2, and we have to multiply this with count of numbers in the series. Here we have gap of 2 between each of the values. So here we have total of 40 values. So if we simplify this, so 82 times 20, so the answer is 1640. So the option A will be the answer. Now the next question, here we have to find the sum of all the odd numbers from 1 to 80. So that means here we have the series 1, 3, 5, 7 and up to 79. So this is the series. So we're going to follow the same process for this series also. So last value 79 plus the first value 1 by 2. We have to multiply this with the count of values in the series. So between 1 and 79 we have total of 40 values. So now if we simplify this, so 80 times 20, so this is 1600. So that means option A will be the answer. Now in the next question, here also we have to find the sum of the series. Now here the series starts from 31 up to 85. So this is one custom series. Instead of starting from 1, here it started from 31. Now here also we're gonna apply the same process. So the last value is 85. So 85 plus the first value is 31 by 2. Now we have to multiply this with the count of values in the series. Now we can use the formula to find the count of number in the series. So the formula is last minus first by the gap plus 1. So here the last value is 85, first value is 31. So here the gap between number is 1 and then plus 1. So if we simplify that, 54 plus 1, so this will be 55. So that means we have total of 55 values in our series. So we have to multiply this with 55. Now if we simplify that, 116 by 2 multiply 55. So this will be 58. So if we multiply 58 times 55, so the answer will be 3190. So here is a mistake, so the option will be 3190. So option C will be our answer, 3190. So next we have to find the sum of the series started from 15, 17, 19 up to 61. So here also we're gonna follow the same process. So the last value plus first value in the series divided by 2, and we have to multiply this with the number of values we have in our series. Now to find the number of values in the series, we're gonna follow the formula. So we're gonna apply the formula last value minus first value by the gap between these values. So here the gap is 2 plus 1. So this will be 46 by 2 plus 1. So this will be 24. So that means in our series we have total 24 values. So we have to multiply this with 24. So if we simplify that, so the answer will be 912. So the option C will be the answer. So next we have to find the sum of the series started from 26 up to 78. And here the gap between the number is 2. So here the last value is 78 plus the first value is 26 by 2. We have to multiply this with the number of values in our series. So let's just find the number of values in the series. So last value minus the first value is 26, and here the gap between the number is 2 plus 1. So 52 by 2 plus 1, so this is 27. So let's just multiply this with 27. So let's just simplify this. So the addition is 104 by 2 times 27. So let's just multiply 52 times 27. So the answer is 1404. So option D will be the answer. So next we have to find the sum of the first 10 multiples of 4. So that means we are talking about the table of 4. So in our series we have 4, 8, 12, and at the end we have 40. So here also we're gonna follow the same process. So here the last value is 40 plus the first value is 4 by 2. We have to multiply this with the number of values in the series. So in our series we have total 10 values. So we're gonna multiply this with 10. So let's just simplify this. So 44 times 5. So the answer will be 220. So option B will be the answer. So next we have to find the sum of the series started from 40 up to 100. And here you can notice the gap between the number is 6. So here the last value is 100. So 100 plus first value is 40 by 2. We have to multiply this with the number of values in our series. So we're gonna use the formula. So last value is 100 minus first value is 40 by the gap. So here the gap between the value is 6 plus 1. So this is 60 by 6 plus 1. So that means we have total of 11 values in our series. So let's just multiply this with 11. So if we simplify that, so 140 by 2 times 11. So the answer will be 770. So option C will be the answer. So next we have to find the sum of this given series started with 150 up to 600. And here each of the values in the series have the gap of 15 between them. So we're gonna follow the same process. Last value 600 plus the first value is 150 by 2, and we have to multiply this with the number of values in our series. So last value is 600 minus the first value is 150 by the gap is 15 plus 1. So 450 by 15 plus 1. So that means 30 plus 1, so 31. So in our series we have total 31 values. So let's just multiply this with 31. So let's just simplify this. 375 times 31. So the answer will be 11625. So option A will be the answer. Now next we have to find the sum of the first 25 odd numbers. So that means we're gonna start from 1. So in our series we have 1, 3, 5, 7, and first 25 numbers. So that means the series will span up to 49. So we're gonna follow the same process. Last value is 49. So 49 plus first value is 1. So 49 plus 1 by 2. We have to multiply this with the number of values in our series. So in our series we have 25 values. So let's just multiply this with 25. So 25 times 25. So this will be 625. So that means option A will be the answer. So next we have similar question. Find the sum of the first 20 even numbers. So that means we have started from 2 up to 40. So we're gonna follow the same process. Last value is 40 plus first value in the series is 2. So 40 plus 2 by 2 times, in the series we have total of 20 even numbers. So multiply 20. So let's just simplify this. 42 times 10. So that means 420 will be the answer. So option A will be the answer. So this way we can use the formula and we can easily find the sum of the natural numbers in a given series. So that's it for the video. Thank you.